I'm like, this camera sucks. No, everything sucks. Sickness sucks. Your mom sucks. Everybody sucks. What's up, guys? My name's Matt Freeman, and I don't ever record YouTube videos anymore. YouTube, I don't anymore. Why? I don't really know why. Life's like a roller coaster, right? And you take this long process up the hill, and then it goes down, and then everything stops. And that's where we're at. So it's late. It's 12:30 in the morning. Normal people. Yeah, great thing about normal people. They live normal lives and they do normal things. Unfortunately, I am not normal, nor is my body normal. And I am an insomniac. And so unfortunately because of that, I'm wide fucking awake at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, also, I have not been sleeping very well at night. Like more than just obviously tonight. So like the last few nights I've been up till like 2 or 5 in the morning. So of course that's why right now I'm feeling really froggy for only being 12:30 at night. I definitely need to try and get some sleep at some point. But it really annoys me seeing how shitty this camera is. It's all like pixelated and stuff, and I'm not really sure what it looks like on the other end of it. But I guess I could even pull it up on my phone, just at least that way I could see if it looks like it's all blurred out or whatnot, or if it looks nasty or whatnot. But anyways, what is up, my friends? How is everybody doing in their quarantine lifestyle? I'm I'm doing okay, I guess. I mean, like, it could be a lot better, but it could be worse. Hey, the camera doesn't look too bad on this end. So that's really good, guys. Apparently, this, you can't really see it, but this looks nice. And this, on my end, looks like shit. Cool. I like it. I do also find that a little bit funny that it said that there was one person watching, and then all of a sudden changed to 2 people watching. And I was like, whoa, somebody else is here. And then I realized it was me because I was watching it on my phone, which doesn't really make sense that it would count me as me since I used the account that I'm streaming to look up the live stream. Kind of just proves that YouTube can be cheated very easily. All I would have to do is open it up on that phone, open it up on my second phone, go inside and get my other computer and open it up on that one. And right there, we'd already have 3 views that realistically were fake. Would I ever do that? No, because I'm lazy and I don't really care. But, so, anyway, exciting things that have changed in my life. Oh man, no, really, my life has really sucked a lot recently. Which I mean, no, we are not gonna come on here. I don't like bitching and moaning because that's what YouTube turned into for me. It feels like I can never just come in, record a video, be happy, and be like, oh, it's life, woo! It's always negative. And I don't like it. I've been pent up inside for a while, if you can't tell. Um, because of this virus, I can't work at my job, so I'm currently jobless and I'm running out of money fast. And um, yeah, it's not good. It's not. There's a lot of issues that are going to come soon if I don't find some way of making money. I'm going to have to become a stripper. I think it's what it comes down to. This is, if she's watching, highly doubt it. Maybe, I don't know. But if she's watching, then she'll be super excited to know that I will give her a small section of this video. So there's trying to simplify what would be a very long and arduous and complicated situation to have to try to explain to people. If I tried to break it down small amount, it would be there comes a time in life where you love somebody and you care about them more than you care about yourself. And you realize along it doesn't always happen this way. Let's also make this very clear. I understand that this is obviously my situation, and I know people do go through this situation. I also understand that there's another side where this doesn't happen, and then you don't have to worry about it. But um, you have this um, I don't know, like it kind of just feels different one day, right? Like, I don't know, the the person you cared for, that person that you loved and you cared deeply about and would have done anything for. It's not that your feelings toward that person change. It's like their feelings for you change and they act different around you. And it happens one day and you just kind of blow it off like, it's whatever, and then whatever. Well, then it happens again and again and again and then so on and so forth until the fact you finally come to realization, little terms to yourself that this person's obviously changing how they feel about you, and things are going in a south way, but they just have no ability to say anything to you. Um, so then, eventually, then you guys will separate, and then you have to try, obviously, to live your life to your fullest by yourself without that other person. And in a very rare chance, you have the other person wants to still be friends. Okay, that just doesn't work. I'll save you guys all a whole bunch of bullshit. You cannot be friends with a person that you loved. Now, if it's a common decision, if I was dating you, whether you were a boy or girl, but I mean that's a little weird and off the point. But regardless, I was dating you, and then you and me separated because both of us decided at the same time that we were better off as friends. We could have been friends, because then like, yeah, okay, maybe my feelings for you aren't really there, but like when one person has feelings, but the other person obviously changes, and then one of those two people wants to stay friends still, even though you aren't a thing, that's like it just doesn't work because like naturally then if you're the one that has the feelings, like my situation was, I was then stuck with trying to figure out how I was supposed to be a friend to somebody who wanted me there as a friend, but I cared about them more than a friend, and then they were still moving on with their life, so they were still like meeting new people and like all this stuff, and you're just like, but I want to be that, I want to be with you, and so that's where confusion happens. Um so after, I'd say like 6 months maybe of kind of trying to make friendship work when it wasn't going to, I finally, and yes, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it destroyed me a little bit. But I finally then was like, you know what? This girl over her has got some attitude, okay? And we ain't gonna just gonna listen to no shishang bang bang. I'm just trying to sound tough. I just pretty much told her I just couldn't. It was like if I wasn't going to be boyfriend, there was no friend. Like there was no in between. It was just it was gonna be or it wasn't, and then that was it. And I respect her last wishes in the sense of being like, she just wants me to be happy. And if me not talking to her makes me happy, then we're not going to talk anymore. And it took, oh God, I don't know. Shit. I'm going to try to sound like, man, be like, it took fucking week. No, it probably took a month. But after a month, it finally came down to a point where I was like, that bitch don't deserve me. You kidding me? After all that shit I ever did for that hoe, and she gonna go around and be like that to me? Like, So we're beyond it now. I mean, obviously I'm talking about it, so it kind of shows that I kind of still have some feelings about things. But in the long run of it, that's what it is. I can't change it. I thought for a long time that me and her would end up together, but she's a shitty person. She really is. And she might watch this video and she's gonna be like, "Ah, why would he be like, why would he say that about me?" She might even try to hit me up. I'm just not gonna say anything back. It's just you're a shitty person. If you're watching this, you know it. You know it. That's the worst part. It's not even like she would deny it. Like if I called her right now and told her this, she would say, I know. Well, that's where I'm at in life. No job, no money, no girl. I don't really know what else you need, but I probably don't have that either. So we're here, we're living it, we're doing it, we're making it. We're making it happen, Captain. So yeah. So that's where my life's been. So what can you do besides not record YouTube videos for another long chunk of time? Because yet again, the moment that I decided to start recording videos again is right around the same time that all that transpired. So naturally the thought of being like, I want to sit down, I want to be goofy, and I want to talk to a camera by myself. And the only thing I will know is that at some point, somebody might watch this video. So in that case, I'm talking to somebody now when you're watching this. But as of now, when I'm recording it, it's just me sitting out here by myself, sounding like a crazy person. And technically, it does say 2 people are watching the stream. So maybe somebody's listening to me right now. But you you it's hard to be positive when you're obviously thinking of a lot of negative. And like I said, at first it was a little bit like on me. I'm like, oh well, it's because I'm ugly, or it's because I'm not good enough, or it's because I'm just a loser, and every girl who ever dates me ends up breaking my heart in a horrible way. And then it finally clicks over to the real side of things, where I start getting the tough man mentality of being like, well, what? That bitch don't deserve me. That bitch doesn't understand. She just ruined something amazing. And sure, maybe she's in a relationship, or I mean, I can't lie. I know she's in a relationship already. But maybe this other relationship's 1,000 times better than ours, and that's fine. Go live your happy life, boo boo. But you dumb. That's all I got. That's all I got. You dumb. Pepsi placement product. Boom. Pay me. Your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect. Okay. Mountain Dew. Pay me. Product placement. Do you like video games? Do you like being broken up with women and then becoming out twice as hard of a man as you were before? Mountain Dew. If you don't like Mountain Dew, then fuck you. How's that for product placement? I think Mountain Dew might really take me up on that. They might actually pay me. That's a pretty good commercial. That's actually ripping off Talladega Nights. I don't remember what product he uses. It might be Mountain Dew for all I know, but I know he said something like, I think it's Big Red. If you don't like Big Red, then fuck you. Man, if only commercials were really like that. Because if you realistically think about our society and how we feel about things, obviously there's a lot of people out there that would be like, oh, you can't get on TV. Children watch it. Like, okay, whatever. But regardless to that, if I was sitting down and watching television and one night a Big Red commercial came on and Big Red was like, if you don't like Big Red, then fuck you. I'd probably be more inclined to go buy Big Red because they just cussed me out on TV than any other company because no one does that. So that's why I feel like we should rethink our products and our way of doing things. Because also, I don't know about I can't really use this as like, oh, and because they did this, their sales went up. Like, I really don't know if their sales went up or not. But also remember, like Wendy's, or what I think it was Wendy's, or whoever their Twitter account person was like super OG and like would bash other companies and stuff. And like that was funny. That was making news, and people were hyped up on Wendy's because Wendy's was talking shit and they were not afraid to be like, yo, at least our shit's fresh. What's up? And yeah, so like I said, I don't really know if their sales went up at all, but I'd assume that they probably did because people were like, eat at McDonald's? At least Wendy's talks shit to people. I really have that. I think that's the shittiest reason I've ever come up with. Hey, you want to go to McDonald's? Fuck that. Dude, Wendy's is mean to their customers. Let's go there. Said no one ever. So I've got a box of light bulbs. If anybody wants one, just let me know. Everybody's been hoarding everything, but this is stuff I get from work. So, and now you're probably like, oh, what? Are you working in a light bulb factory? And then I'll reply with, no, you idiot. See, boom, product placement. Now you want to watch this video 20 times more because I just called you. No, I do construction. So I get things. I do acquire things sometimes, and maybe I shouldn't because sometimes I collect too much shit and then it becomes a mess. But light bulbs are useful. And I had this light bulb in out here, excuse me, pardon my language, for a while, but it burnt out. So I brought a new bulb out, and now it's big, it's bright. It's one of those flood lamps. It's a 65 watt, and it was a 60 watt that I had in it. So I guess realistically, it's not too much difference, but it's like a flood lamp. So it's like that. What was in there? It's just a big light bulb, and yeah, yeah. So I'm just kind of stuck here because like realistically, if yeah, well, I don't have toilet paper because I have a bidet. I don't have a bidet. I wish I had a bidet because then we wouldn't need fucking toilet paper. But no, actually, um, usually I buy toilet paper in bulk anyways. So I don't remember what it was, but it was like way before the sickness came. I went to Sam's Club and bought me like 2 years supply of toilet paper for like $20 because Sam's Club is shit and they hook a brother up. But it is crazy the amount of craziness that's happening with all this damn toilet paper. Well, now I will continue back to what I was saying before you rudely interrupted me. I'm joking. Thank you for the one comment to actually allow me to know that somebody was actually listening to me. But yeah, I'm currently not sure what I should do right now because I'm sitting at 19 minutes and 30 seconds, and I could probably record for another hour or more. I mean, it's just I'm talkative and I'm bored because I'm lonely because I've been quarantined in this house for way too long. And I said in this house, I'm not even inside, I'm outside. But regardless, I am going a little bit cray cray, so it wouldn't be no big chink and wang for me to have to talk for a few hours to some homies on the internet. But this video will get automatically uploaded to YouTube, and just because I understand how YouTube works, At least how my channel works. Oh, you said a bad word. Like literally, that's. I wish right now, Holly, that you could see the chat for me, because obviously for you it's different, but for me it says this message is being held for review, and you replied with, I think everyone is about to go batshit crazy, and because you said shit, YouTube's like, whoa, 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 Matt, are you okay with this? You cool with this? And I'm like, no, I'm not okay with this, because I say every fucking word that I want to, because I'm allowed to, because I create content. You do not say shit in my chat. I'm joking. Totally say it. I'm going to show it. I don't know why I would hide it. I want to hide it. Some child might get on here and see you said shit. But yeah, back to my YouTube thing again. Anyways, if I post this video, my dog is out there shaking or whatever, like what, well, I guess it would be shaking or whatever, whatever dogs do when they bah, 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 bah. Anyways, um, Izzy, what are you doing? Why are you being so noisy out there? Anyways, geez, now my dog's interrupting me. Can anybody just let me finish talking, please? Okay, so it's at 22 minutes. And most people don't watch much more than 3 minutes of my content anyways. So if I stop this video now and upload it, and it will automatically be uploaded to YouTube, I'm probably going to get some views on it, but it's not going to get a lot of views because, or I mean, it's not going to get a lot of duration because no one's going to sit here and listen to me talk for 22 minutes. I guess I kind of just answered my own damn question, realistically. I'm trying to save my views on this video, but realistically, if no one's gonna watch my video for 22 minutes, then it doesn't really matter if I make it an hour-long video. Still, no one's going to watch it anyways. I'm not being mean to you, Holly, or the other one person out there who's being super like, I'm gonna watch you, but I'm not gonna say anything at all. Won't say anything in chat. We're just here watching. They've been here the whole time, and apparently, whether it was you, Holly, who came here from the beginning, or it was them, they have not left. They have just stayed here from whenever they showed up. So disappointed, a little disappointed in you for from hiding from me. Here I am, put myself out here on the internet, talk to you, letting you know that I'm in here going crazy, and you won't even say hi. Disrespectful, 100%. You should be ashamed of yourself, and because of that, you should now watch every single video I have. Just crank them views up. Just keep going. Just keep going. No, it's actually really funny though. I mean, like I said, I haven't posted video to YouTube since actually in 2019, and still to this day, I'm getting like 1,100 to 1,600 views a month, which I mean isn't a ton. I'm not no crazy YouTuber that's like, oh my god, I'm getting 1 million views a day, but that's still kind of impressive to me to think that even in 6 months of not posting videos, I still get like say an average of 1,300 people a month that watch me. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't make any revenue from YouTube because they changed all their things up for what you got to be able to make money. Well, yeah. Well, okay, Holly, where were you when I was explaining earlier why I haven't been recording? I mean, did you hear why I haven't been recording, or were you the second person to show up and so you missed it because women have a bad way of fucking with people's brains, and okay, then there, we're good. We're good. No, I'm just gonna say I really don't want to have to explain all that. There's way too much shit. Well, if you were the one here, then who showed up and hasn't said anything? I'm still upset. I wish there was some way that I could like click on that thing and it would tell me who it was. And I'd send you an email, and all it would say is sad with a sad face. Yeah, because you broke my heart. Done. 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 I'm shutting the stream down. You won't even say hi to me. You'll watch me, but you won't say hi to me. And it's probably somebody out there that somehow can't because they're like keyboard or something's broken, and they're like, I can't, he's gonna yell it, and I'm just being an asshole. I'm like I said, I'm wound up for what time is it now? 1 o'clock in the morning. I guess I should have put that together, being as I started the stream at 12:30, and I've been streaming for almost 30 minutes, but sometimes. Hey, I mean, realistically, yes, you women is crazy, but we men can also have our fair share of being difficult. I'm not saying that I probably wasn't difficult at times, but in my mind, if you love somebody, you do what you got to do to make them happy. And, and I don't know. I just feel like nowadays nobody really cares about relationships. And it's just a moment that anything difficult happens in life that people are just like, nah, fuck it. I'll just move on, find the next person. It's just twice as easy to do that. This is trying to fix what you have, right? So I saw this meme the other day I posted. I really liked it. It said, actually, I'm gonna find it because I don't remember what it said, but it was deep, and it was a little bit depressing sounding, but it's very real. It has to do with that very same topic I was talking about. Like people don't value, at least in my mind, I feel like people don't value relationships the same as they used to. And it says, if you love too hard, just stay single because people in this generation don't appreciate that shit anymore. And I was like, you know what? That's about the realest thing I've ever heard in my life. For real. I love very hard. I'm a deep lover. If I fall in love with you, you best believe I'm doing everything I can every moment, every day to make sure that you are happy. And I don't do this out of trying to get anything out of it, really. I just do this because this is me by nature. And it seems like my entire life, I've only ever found and or dated women who take advantage of that and then end up fucking me over in the long run and leaving me for somebody else or something like that. Like I've just never had a good girlfriend experience, and I'm 29 years old. So I'm not old, super old yet at least, but it's still sad to me to think that in 29 years I've never had a good relationship. Or, well, okay, yeah, pretty much good relationship because they've always ended badly. They've lasted a little while and then, or for a while, and then they end badly. And I've also never, I mean, technically, I did just tell my ex girlfriend that we couldn't be friends anymore, which felt like breaking up with somebody, but I have never broken up with a girl. Well, maybe I have. I mean, maybe in high school. Maybe if I dated somebody, it was like a week, and that was like, yeah, we're over. I really don't remember if I did, but I mean, like in the main big relationships that I've had in my life, that the ones that I remember, and we dated for like a year or two, I was always the one who got broke up. So it's just how life works. We roll the dice and we see what we get, and usually mines are the low numbers. No, love is too much work is pretty much what it comes down to. You're right. Nobody wants to work for love. It's too much work for everybody else. And like I said, it's like buying shit in the store. It's much easier to just go out and buy a brand new one than to fix the old one you got. It's just the way it works. Sucks. Really sucks. We are in a shitty time. So here I am, a hopeless romantic who loves deeply, who can't even love anymore because, what's the point? I don't want to get my heart broken over and over again. And if that's the life I have to live, where I have to live loving people who eventually are just going to hurt me, then I'm just going to be single. Doesn't make me happy, but I'm not happy there either. So one way or another, Mountain Dew, buy it, buy it. Good for soda. and they'll sponsor me, and then I don't have to worry about not having a job anymore. They'll just pay me, and I'll just do late night live streams like this where I just vent my feelings about society and how shitty people are in this world, and the Mountain Dew will pay me for it. And I'm still talking to you, mystery person. I'm really quite upset. Here we got Holly's commented like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 times. 7 times. She took her time to do 7 different separate messages. Oh, but can you say hello? No, you can't. Disrespect. I'm done. I don't even know what to do anymore. You know what I want? And actually, and funny enough, that YouTube asks you now when you go to start a live stream, is this video going to be able to be viewed by children? And at first I was like, why not? I mean, I could just say yes. I mean, it would technically, if it doesn't meet the guidelines, they'll just block it for children. But then I was also then worried maybe they just might block it all in general, regardless. I was like, what kid nowadays hasn't heard every cuss word in the book and says them by the time they're like 8 years old? I mean, at least that's how it was for me. So I don't really think cuss words are really like a big thing. I'll go into that. That's where we'll use this segue. We'll use that cuss words. But anyways, then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, but I don't condone smoking. I mean, I smoke because I'm addicted because I'm an idiot and I got myself addicted to cigarettes like 15 years ago. But I I still would never ever try and make somebody smoke like as an adult or a child. And I really do understand that if a kid happened to watch my video and was like, I really like this person. Oh, he smokes. And then he would associate the fact that I'm a cool person and I smoke cigarettes. And then maybe someday he would be like, oh, well, man, that's just not my, no kid's going to be watching this stream. We've got a third viewer. Oh my God, guys. My night's going amazing. I have 32 minutes. I got 3 people. I'm not upset. I'm really quite happy. I'm still mad at viewer number 2 for not commenting hello. So viewer number 3, you better say something in the chat right now, like a hello or a you suck or something. Just you gotta let me know what's up because yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't leave a player hanging over here. Okay, wait a minute. Now I lost my train of thought. What were we? Aha! Hello. Hello, buddy. Thank you for saying something. We have a mystery guest amongst us that they don't talk, and we are really quite upset with this. Actually, pretty much I'm the only one upset by this, but it's okay. We'll move on until later when we come back to it to yell at them again until they maybe finally will say something to me. It will probably wait till the end of the video and it will have been my ex-girlfriend and she'll be like fuck you or something and really realistically I would just laugh. I would laugh so hard. I would think that would be the best thing in the world. But there was something I was going to talk about. Oh, cussing. Okay, so everybody's in this world. Okay, understand that there are potty words. Okay, like literally, this is something I don't know if I've ever told people on my channel. I don't really care if people know or not, but I got fired from a job last year because I had a potty mouth, is what I was told. Okay. Which, yes, you can literally just take this video back like fucking 30 minutes ago and you can listen to how many times I've said fuck in this video is probably a lot. But to me, it seems so weird to think that a word is quote unquote a cuss word because like I don't it's just a word. Like do you imagine being the dude who one day was like somebody said fuck and they were like you don't say that. That's not a good word. And then that just spread like wildfire. And everybody was like, you can't say fuck because that's a bad word. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like the word originated the same day that somebody was like, this is a bad day, like, or bad word. It's like, it would have had to have been a word. And then they were like, you should probably not say that because that sounds like a bad word. Bad cuss words don't make sense to me. I literally do not get why It'd be like if we all started a revolution right now and said, you know what? The word five is a bad word. You don't say the word five. You don't. And we got enough people to jump on that bandwagon, then I could live in infamy for being the dude who who started the curse word five. But no one knows. Like if you were like, who's the first person to say that bitch was a bad word? Because technically a bitch is the name of a female dog. And I don't know. And realistically, it probably comes back to a church. And I'm not even trying to bash on churches, but realistically, before law was a law, like before laws were a thing, like governments and everything like that, everybody followed the church. So it kind of makes me feel like churches probably set the precedent of being like, that's a bad word. You don't say that. And now nobody says it because it's a bad word. But it's just a word. It's just a word. It's like the chicken and the egg. What came first? The cuss word being a cuss word or the word itself? Who knows? Who said it? It blows my mind. Cuss words. I could talk about cuss words for hours while using cuss words. My cigarette went out because I was so excited to explain to you guys about cuss words. Okay, so now we've transitioned into another segue of yelling at person number 2 for still not saying anything in the chat. I appreciate the both of you, Michael and Holly, for both saying something, even though Michael only said hello. Holly at least has been somewhat conversive. It's a word. I made it a word. That's my new word. Don't say it though. It's a bad word. Wow. So yeah, I was also hoping that. Well, thanks, Holly. I'm glad I could educate you on you. And I'm glad that you like to cuss because that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad that you both are on here tonight to listen to me in person rant and rave about cuss words. And at least you found it, Holly found it educational, and Michael likes to cuss because I also like to cuss. Well, I don't know if I'd say I like to cuss, but it kind of like is second nature to me. I just talk and I say the things. So like when I say fucking, it's not like my brain thinks in some point and I'm like, oh, I should put the word fuck here. It just puts it there. So that's why cuss words are such a bane in my world because people are like, you shouldn't cuss so much. And I'm like, I'm not cussing, I'm just talking. Like it blows my mind. It blows my bloody mind how many bloody people out there get upset about cuss words. So where are you guys from? You obviously don't have to tell me specifics. I mean, I guess you could just tell me your state if you guys probably live in Ohio because that's where I live. So it'd probably make more sense. But it's not to say that somebody couldn't be out of state and be watching this. Um. Oh, Alabama and Ohio. Nice, nice. We have like the same side but opposite ends. It's actually also funny because my aunt is from Alabama, so I've never been to Alabama, but I've heard a lot about it because she lives there. Um, uh, how's everybody holding up with the lockdowns? I mean, I'm assuming Alabama's got the same lockdown that everybody else has. I'm guessing because it's like a country thing, the whole fucking and like it's one of those things where everybody was like, "Oh, by April 12th or 13th or whatever it was supposed to be that we," and then now President Trump just made it now till the 30th or something. Or I don't pay attention to most of that stuff. I just kind of hear about it from parents and friends and stuff, or maybe on Facebook and stuff like that. But regardless, I kind of well, you, my friend, are a lucky person, and you enjoy working while you still can because I unfortunately have a job in which people didn't want me working still because, yeah, I work in people's houses. People are afraid of getting sick, so they don't want you in their houses. It's like, don't get me wrong. At this point, like, I'm trying to get a job anywhere. Like, I'll work at a store, Walmart, or something like that. Like, I'm not afraid to get another job. I need another job, and it's crazy because there's so many other people out there that need a job that now all of a sudden makes it like nearly impossible to get one because you're like, I'll just work at Walmart because it'll be just as easy just to go to Walmart and get a job. But then you go to Walmart and you find out that 400 people have already applied just today because there's that many people in town that don't have. Whoa, I do burial vault work. I'm intrigued. So now I need you to explain to me what that exactly means. Do you mean you bury people or you build burial vaults or what? That sounds cool though. It, dead people, not so much, but it still sounds like a cool job. This is all about you now. This isn't even my stream. Tell me now, what is it you do? Oh shit, you do them both? God damn, that sounds awesome. That's sweet. See, like that's like um yes, I totally agree. Ohio was boring before this, and it's now it's now beyond boring. And I will agree with you there. Ohio sucks to begin with, and then when you're forced to be locked inside, it's even worse. Yes, I would totally agree. You cannot outsource burying people. Except for here's the thing: have you had to bury anybody who had died from the coronavirus? Because then I feel like that would be a bit sketchy. Just because then you're like, I mean, I know you're not like touching the body, but I still feel like you're in like close contact to somebody who did have it. If you did, I'm not saying. Um, does this mean that with you burying people, do you ever have to do anything with cremation, or is that two of them? That's sketchy, my friend. Please stay safe and clean. I mean, I'm sure you take your precautions, and I will. I'm not even going to second guess your precautionary skills, but burying two people who have had it is probably a sketchy feeling. I can only imagine. No cigarette went out again. God. See, now when you bury an urn, do you not? I'm assuming you probably don't have to dig 6 feet under to bury an urn because, like, obviously it's just a thing full of ashes. But then what is it you do for it? I know that my grandparents had like a small box and it had like a weird lid that you could like twist the handle and it would open up and then the vases or the urns went down inside of them. I called my grandparents urns vases because I'm that smart of a person. But um, if they red tagged, I ain't touching the casket. Well, okay, I understand that 100%. I agree with you. Maybe if I stopped talking so much, I would actually be able to finish this cigarette. But I feel like, it's obviously kind of the point of me live streaming. Again, okay, second, or I said second, but this is probably the 5 millionth segue back to it. Um, So can somebody be reg tagged and not have coronavirus? Like, are there other infectious things that people have that are like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how dead people and the things they have before they die are transmitted after death. I'm not, I don't know none of that. So I don't know if like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Never dealt with this. This is why I'm picking your brain right now. I'm really interested in this. I'm like, I'm gonna move to Alabama. I'm gonna start burying people with you. It sounds fun. Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because I kind of figured that's what I was thinking, like, in my head, like if somebody had AIDS or something like that, like if that would be something that yes, so that makes sense. Cool. Anyways, now 400th segue back. Mystery person still hasn't said anything. I mean, look at the chat. You can literally scroll now. The chat has gone this long where you can scroll, and it's the two of you talking to me. Perfectly fine, content, happy, glad you guys are talking to me. Very disappointed in our third guest. I have no idea who it is. No idea. They just won't talk to me. Am I not cool? You apparently I'm cool enough to watch for 45 minutes, but not cool enough to talk to. That's what I'm learning. You know what it is? It probably is. Wait. Oh, Michael, you said shit. Now we're going to have the same conversation. You apparently, in YouTube standards, you're not allowed to cuss on my stream. I can cuss, but you can't. So anytime you say a cuss word, it tells me, and then it's like, do you want us to show this? And obviously, I'm going to hit show because I really don't care for the word shit. Realistically, I don't really care for much word you say. Unless you're going to be racist, then you're definitely going to get the fuck out of here because I won't stand for that. But yes. Anyways, back to my mystery person. I really am starting to believe it's my ex-girlfriend because even think about this. They won't say anything. And I keep getting mad and saying, like, why don't you talk to me? Hey, now you guys are talking to each other in chat. See, this is a chat community we got going on. The three of us right now, just three people living in an infectious world trying to have a conversation. And yet again, technically there's four people, but we don't know, don't care. That's what I'm saying. It's probably my ex-girlfriend because she's sitting there laughing like, you know, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll block that bitch if I could, but I don't know how to. How do you do that on YouTube? Actually, I lied. I've done it before. But, oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I just got super excited for nothing. Wow. Just, I clicked on a button and it came up and said participants and it shows a person next to it. And I'm like, oh, it's going to tell me who's in the stream. And then I figured it would tell me the person who was watching and I could yell at them. But no, it means who's participating in the chat. So it showed us three. And I was like, oh, well, never mind. Not as cool as I thought it was. No funerals tomorrow. I would say that's probably a good thing. Um, I mean, if that means you don't have to work, then that would suck. But for the fact of no one's dying, that would be a good thing. Hey guys, if you didn't know, I am a Harley Owners Group member. Right here, you can see it. You can only get these if you own a Harley, and I don't own a Harley. I don't own a Harley. Are we talking lady from the store as my stalker? Because um I don't know who you're talking exactly about. Um mm, oh yeah, unfortunately I ran into her more recently and she's she's too much, man. She's different now in the sense of she's not like trying to get my dick, which I mean sounds funny, but it's really disturbing because it's one of those things where when you really don't want somebody, but yet they're like willing to grab you and pin you to the floor and take it from you, it's kind of scary thinking. Um, Even as a guy, which I always thought that guys couldn't be raped. I know this sounds like the dumbest thing you're ever going to hear in your life, but I mean, like, I kind of was like, I don't understand what guys are like. She raped me because it's like, tell me a time when you were a guy and some girl was like, I'm gonna fuck you, and you were like, no. Like I could understand girls. They're moody. They sometimes they feel it, sometimes they don't. That's fine. But to me, I always thought guys were like ready to go at any moment. So it always kind of felt weird to me. But then I kind of like forgot that, obviously if you're being raped, that means that there's somebody that you don't want to fucking you, and she would be somebody I don't want to fuck me. So that would have been rape. And now I understand how rape works. which, which is a horrible, horrible thought. And I'm sorry I went down that path, but that's a true statement. These are true Matt Freeman thoughts from the head up there of how I thought that whole situation worked out. But yeah, she now acts like I'm not good or that I'm not like a big deal to her. Like it's just oh, you're just a dude that I liked at one time, whatever. Um, so when I saw her, it was, oh, how are you? Oh, good. Yeah, life's great. I own my own house now. I've got a pool. I've got like 12 acres of land. Like just trying to rub it in my face of being like, look at me, I'm cool. Um, but sorry, I was caught in your guys' comments, so I just stopped talking. But anyways, so but then the funny thing about it is like I just sit there, I'm like, well, good, I'm glad, like I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I mean, understand she for some reason has strong feelings for me, and I don't have these feelings for her, but I just try to be polite about it. And like I said, I could tell by the way she's talking. She's trying to like rub it in my face. Like, look at me. You now wish that I was your girlfriend. Like I've got all this stuff that you don't. And I'm just like, hey, like I'm glad life's working out for you and everything. The moment that I left, she tried to talk to me on Messenger. Like she has done every time. It's just like as soon as I leave, she's like, "So it was nice seeing you today." And it's like, "Oh, why?" She makes it sound like she don't want nothing to do with me, and then the moment I leave, she's like, "I need him in my life," and it's just it bothers me. But I binge watched your channel. Well, shit, I highly appreciate that. You probably are part of the 13,000 or 1,300 people who have watched my videos in the last month, which I appreciate that being as I haven't posted for 6 months, and yet I still got 1,300 views in a month, which I said, not a lot, not like a million view person, but I thought that was pretty good for a month. Um, man, you seem to think a lot like me. Don't matter what they got, if they ugly, you got it. Got, and that's being mean. Obviously, she is not attractive because I don't like her, henceforth, how that works. But she's also ugly on the inside as well as the outside. So I'm being mean, but at the same time, it's okay because she's still not a great person on the inside. Some people are very ugly on the outside, but have very beautiful souls, like me right now, okay? I mean, geez, I would do anything for anyone. I do charity streams for children, which makes me laugh because of the fact of most people would probably not assume that somebody like me with my attitude would have such desires of doing live streams for charities and stuff like that. But that's the thing. I mean, sometimes you're just born with an ugly face but a great soul. And that's what we do in life. We gotta live with what we got. You want to see how dark it is if I turn this light off? Boom. Oh, it's nighttime mode. Are you ready? Are you? Are you ready? You said bad word. Well, apparently, a witch is a bad word or something because it yet again flagged you and has told me she said bad word. It says, let me quote, this message is held for review. If you're a witch, watch my language, then you're ugly inside and out. Boom. And that was from a girl. So that right there is even more proof that I'm not being mean and that it's the truth. Anyways, we're going to show that comment because, again, it makes no sense why YouTube's trying to tell me that you're being a naughty person when you literally said in the comment that you were being a good person and not using bad language. YouTube was like, fuck this person. They're trying to beat around the bush. They're saying fake words that they really mean real words, and we caught on. Haha, Matt. throw them in the dirt, like our third viewer. Like, is there any? How do you? How do you? There's got to be like a third party app that I can get or something on my computer that will tell me who's watching. It blows my mind. Yeah, you do. You keep getting in trouble. You need to watch your language, or YouTube's gonna kick you the fuck out. Like I said, I can do it. You can't because I'm obviously the cool one here. What's doing the live stream? Ah, so how's the weather in Alabama? Yeah, I'd ask you how the weather is in Ohio, but I'm here, so I know it's windy and rainy. Which realistically, it's not raining at the moment, but it's off and on throughout the night. So and really windy. I'm beating on my nipples. Oh, I just cracked my back. It's the only problem with sitting outside here. I don't have anything to lean my back against unless I lean all the way back against this wall, and then in which case I can't see you. Which yes, yes, I guess I could lean the screen back. But then it hurts my back from laying the back against the wall for too long. It's just a non-win situation. You can't win in this world. Like, what am I supposed to do? 85. We hit 80 yesterday. Wait, what? In Ohio? We hit 80? Fuck. I mean, I wish I had 85. If it was 80 yesterday, I don't remember. Unless maybe you're south. You might be south of me, Holly. I'm not sure. I see. I live north of in Ohio. Like I say close to Cleveland, and realistically, it still takes me 40 minutes to get to Cleveland. So I'm not really close to Cleveland, but I'm that way. I'm north. I'm actually no, never mind. I was gonna say I'm probably like in the middle. I mean, so, yeah. So you're northwest of me. See, I live in Akron, if you know where Akron's at. I don't really live in Akron. I live close to Akron, but it's like the biggest named city around me. So it would just make more sense to be like, I'm from Akron because you probably have more chance of somebody knowing where you're talking about. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm like an hour south of the top, but I'm actually 2.5 hours from the bottom. Um, so I'm not really in the middle at all. But oh man, there's you ever realize sometimes like I understand news sources aren't particularly helpful a lot of times. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. Have you ever realized that you hear about crimes and like these really bad things that happen to people in other states, but you like never hear about it in your state. And then somehow you're on YouTube and you find 20 Crime Watch daily videos about people who got murdered and or disappeared in Ohio in 2019 that I never heard about, like never. And I'm not like completely oblivious to the news. I read articles on my phone and I do every once in a while eat dinner and have the local news on and stuff. But like literally, none. My parents never say anything. My friends never say anything. I didn't know nothing about people disappearing and stuff. I mean, there was an Akron police officer, I guess, that was stalking his ex girlfriend and like threatening to kill her and all these people. And all this stuff. He just got arrested last year and sentenced to jail for 4 years. And then I just watched another video of some lesbian girl who lived in Ohio who drove to Pennsylvania and got murdered by her ex and her ex's new girlfriend and they buried her alive and I was just like, what? And this all happened in 2019. I mean, that's only 2020. It just happened. And I never heard about this. And I'm just like, What? Why? Like, how does this happen? I hear about people in other states, but then your state comes up and they're like, "Don't tell anybody. We don't want anybody to be scared." So we just obliviously don't tell nobody. Cincinnati. I know where Cincinnati is because my sister went to Bowling Green University, and that's close to there. So a lot of times when I was in high school, I went up there to get drunk with her and all of her college girlfriends because what horny high school guy is not going to go to college and drink with a bunch of hot ass college girls? Yeah. Actually, recently we're just talking about this with the buddy of mine that I always went up to Bowling Green with the party with my sister and all of her friends because um my grandma died on my birthday and I was up there drinking and it was not out of every grandparent death that has occurred in my life because unfortunately my last grandparent died uh, 2 years ago, I think, maybe about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Which is sad. No one likes to lose their grandparents. Even more sad when you finally lose your last one, and then that realization clicks in that you don't have grandparents anymore. I understand some people never meet their grandparents, or they died when they were really young, or they were dead before that, and that's also sad. But like, it bothers me. I just want to talk to them and be like, I miss you, and tell them how my life's not really gotten any more exciting, but they would still love me anyways. They could then too about my ex-girlfriend and I could tell them I lost my job because of this virus. Actually, I couldn't tell them that. I'm not supposed to be around old people right now. Off chance that I was a carrier of the virus. Um, so yeah. Um, but yeah, my grandma died, and then yes, I was still doing remodeling work, but like I was saying earlier, unfortunately, since I'm like I have to go into people's houses. I mean, I understand there are jobs you can do that are like outside of houses and stuff like that, but for the most part, since I have to go inside of people's houses to do this work, obviously all the sickness is going around and everybody's scared that it's spreading the way it is. Nobody wants you in their house, so it shut my fucking shut my business down real fucking quick. Like, it's cool. I did a lot of good work. I got a lot of fun stuff and a lot of good customers out of it. I'm happy with everything that's been going. Should buy Mountain Dew. When you buy some Mountain Dew, tell them that I brought you there, and then they'll sponsor me, and Mountain Dew will pay me instead. I wonder if I say that enough times. Like, I think I'm just gonna start that from now on. Every video I make from this point on, I'm going to throw a shout out to Mountain Dew until they eventually pay me for giving them shout outs. Sounds like a good money making scheme. It's not really a scheme, it's just a good proposition. I give you recognition and you give me money. That's how business works. Yeah. Unemployment is a strange thing how that works, and I don't qualify for it because of the way that I left my last job slash how money is made in cash. The government hadn't, until like taxes are at the end of the year, the government doesn't know how much money you make in cash. So like realistically, they can't give me unemployment because I have like no viewable source of income prior. It's stupid. It's a mess, man. I've fucking bounced my head off of a wall, like legit. Um, But yes, I did do landscaping. You're correct. I have also thought that I should maybe just post an ad on Craigslist or something and just be like, if anybody needs any yards mowed, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it with a push mower because I don't have no fucking fleet of mowers and stuff. But at least maybe it's something that I have done that I could do now temporarily until things happened. And on top of that, I applied for the job that I worked for 8 years again after not working there now for 3 years. I've decided to apply for it again, and the off chance that they'll take me back for a little while again, just to make some money. I really don't want to. It like killed my soul on the inside to have to hit that apply button for that job, because once I left there, I told myself I'd never ever go back because I hated it. And I mean, I worked there for 8 years, though. It's something that I know and that I'm really good at, so it's like I could fall right back into it. But I don't. If I go back, I won't stay. Like I'll do it for a year, maybe. I'll do it until this virus is over, and then I'm going back to doing remodeling and stuff because I'm not working at that hellhole forever. Um, Good job with the rent and stuff. Yeah, I would like to say that I'm in that same boat, but unfortunately I'm not, because I have a lot of bills that will be coming out in a day or two, or a couple more days from there. I'm not really sure. It's sometime within the first 5 days of the month, and then I won't have money. And that's why I'm like, yeah, kind of getting to a point now where it's like I gotta do something. Like, I mean, I've been doing something to try to figure it out, but it's like it really now is getting to the point where like I can no longer waste time. I got to do something because I'm gonna be behind, and I can't borrow money from like a parent or a friend because nobody is working. My dad's working every other week because he works for the government. So they switched it up. So like this chunk of people work this week, and then the next week this group of people work, and then the next week that three people work, and then this people, and they go back and forth like that to try to keep everything intermittent and not spread the infection throughout everybody. Oh, we have another blocked message from Holly. Uh-oh. Craigslist would get you in a hole with someone giving you lots of lotion. Okay, I appreciate that comment, and I have no idea how why it was saying that that was a reviewable comment, because it literally didn't even say anything bad. I think it's because you said in a hole, and I think the YouTube thought you were trying to say a hole, like asshole, but I obviously understood you weren't. But I think YouTube is confused. Oh, Michael, you are a character. Oh, he says you better get around to that store. She will look better when you hungry. And I admit, baby mom want to take care of me, I might have to let that stalker know what's up a little bit. No, I couldn't do it. Because here's the thing. I might be hungry, but whenever things turn good again, she'll kill me if I left her. Like that's how she makes me feel. She's scary. She's I'm I'm not scared easily. I can watch scary movies and I just watch them. I don't get jump scared. People, nothing. Those things don't really scare me. Actually, what scares me is the top three things that scare me in this life. They are not in order, but just because they are the things that scare me the most would be the dark, which, yes, it sounds like I'm a child, but I'm talking like if I'm in the middle of the woods and it's dark and I'm alone, I'm terrified. Like I do not like that shit. Um, and then I don't like heights at all. Like I watched a video today of somebody who walked up the top of the Eiffel Tower, and I realized that I will never, ever, ever be able to experience that because, oh my God, that was high. And even when he shows the camera off the edge, I went, Like it just I'm not a fan of heights. I just can't do them. And um and horses, which again is another one where people are like, horses? I had a bad experience with horses when I was a kid. Not like one that was like I almost died or anything. Like actually, it was somebody else had a bad experience, but I was there while they had a bad experience, and it happened when I was a young enough child. Now I've grown up, and here's the thing: it's a really dumb creature. It's twice my size, weighs like 400 times more than I do, and could kill you with just the accidental like spook. Oh, you scared me! A kick, break your neck, dead. Horses, just not my. I'm just not. It's the 20th century. Actually, it's the 30th century now. I think it's still 20th century. I think that's how that works. We've got cars. We've got tractors. Who needs fucking horses anymore? Let's just kill them all. Put them all down. There's no need. My friends used to kind of like make fun of me with the whole horses thing, and they realized how like legitimately serious I am about not liking horses. And now all my friends are completely like rationally okay with it. Like it sounds funny at first. People are like, you don't like horses? Like I'm like, no, I'm terrified of horses. And then the more I'll argue about why horses are not safe animals at all, people understand because it's true. Like realistically, you're on it and you think you're in control, but that horse at any time could be like, fuck you, and just do whatever he fucking wants to do. And guess what? You're along for the ride. That's it. I'm not into that. I'm not into it. Sorry. Just not me. Just not me. Um yeah, well Holly's like a translator. She's like people are trying to be nice and they're like you are just like kind of disrespectful and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Holly's like no, here's the thing, you're a fucking cock, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, you keep talking that shit. Like that's what Holly's like, which I like that too because that's what I'm like. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and if you don't like it, I'm not trying to fight you, I'm not a fighter. I'm not gonna throw fists, but if you want to turn around and be like, well, I don't like you because you're a fucking bitch, and I'd be like, oh, cool, that's how life works. We have conversations. We can talk it out. Um, I can't talk about political views because that would be one-sided. I like my content to be more. I don't care. I really don't care about politics. I really don't. But I do like and not like some people. I like some people and I dislike some people because that's how politics work. If everybody came out and everybody liked everybody, then this world would be perfect and we wouldn't have to have politics in the first place. Actually, I'm really not sure that's how that would work, but whatever. Okay, so I'm trying to find a screwdriver that I put somewhere before this video started, and now I don't know where it's at, and it is a bit bothersome. Not that it's a big loss, but just in the confusingness of being like, what did I do with it? Because it was like right here, and now it's not. So like I had to have put it something. Oh, found it. Found it. Good thing I got bright lights. Sorry, probably blinded you. Probably not. You fucking whatever you're watching me on is probably not that bright. Oh my god, guys. It's been an hour and 14 minutes. And that means it's already 1:45 in the morning. I'm got a Facebook notification that won't go away. I don't know what happened. So I went to Facebook and then I had like some things that were like, oh, this person commented, or this person liked, or this person did this. And so like I clicked on all the things and brought up all the links, but now it says a one. Like I have a one notification, but there's no notification. And it really bothers me because then every time I'm like now where I'm just like, oh, just look at Facebook. Oh, I got a notification. Click on it. Nothing. Oh, never mind. Not as cool as I thought it was. Ugh, oof. Man, you know what? I just like burped up acid reflux and it sucked. It sucked. It like burnt and tasted bad. There is currently a mouse. I would hope it's a mouse because if it's not, then it'd probably be a rat. And if it's a rat, then I don't think I've ever seen a rat in person. So, but he is moving around close to me. I'm in a garage outside, so it's really not too weird to think that there's a mouse around me, but I can hear him running around, so I know he's close to me. Um, I think he's in the wall. Yep, banged on the wall and the motherfucker ran. If Facebook does lie, that's what hurts me. Why would you tell me that? Like, what if some hot girl was trying to get me to holla at her, and she was like, and now you won't even do anything. And then I'm just like, I can't even do anything because Facebook lied to me. Just joking. It's probably some phantom thing that got posted like 12 years ago that I somehow never clicked on. And it's just now being like, oh, by the way, you have notification. What's the temperature outside? Does anybody know? I mean, I'd ask you Alabama, but I already know that you're not in the same temporal zone as us, so it's probably fucking nice for you, and for us, it's a whopping. When my phone decides to update, it says it's 53. That's not too bad, but it's not great either. I could do with 90s, and I could actually deal with hundreds. I'm a hot person. Like I could really cold. Best I got. I will take it because guess what? You are correct. It is a whopping 50. I don't even remember now. I just said it. I think it was 53. 68. Aren't you a lucky person? I'm sitting outside and it's 53. Now, Ohio is normally much colder. So it's really, I can't complain about 53 too much because I will take 53 compared to like fucking 10, which is what it normally would be at times. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just still one of those things where if I could somehow not live in a state where it's snowy and cold a lot, then I would much rather do that. But I can't even survive in the state I'm in, let alone move to another state, unless Michael gives me a job burying people, and whatever. But do you have to have a special thing to be a burial person, or is that just an entry job? Like, I'm not obviously going to move to Alabama, but if I move to Alabama, could I bury people? Or is that something where they're like, yeah, sorry, you have to be a smarty pants and go to school or something? Like, it seems weird to think you'd have to go to school to bury people, but I don't know how this works. Well, then can I move to Alabama and help you bury people? He said, Daddy owns the company, but if your dad didn't own the company, would you have to do something to get a job? Or is it just an entry level position? Anyways, also let me know if I should be packing my bags to move to Alabama, and then we can be YouTube stars and we will record burying people because I'm sure that would get tons of views. As weird as it sounds, I'm actually not being sarcastic. I really do feel like if you started vlogging yourself as you buried people, people probably would watch that because that's an odd thing to be like, you know, I don't know. Just feel like no one really talks about what it's like to have to bury people. And then if you were like, hey, look at me, cool guy. This is what I do. I bury dead people. People probably be like, that's fucking dope because here I am making this video and I think that's fucking dope. Oh, you have a degree in history. Oh, you do, my friend. Any specific kind of history or just history in general? Because obviously there's like European and like American And I'm just naming high school classes I remember. Uh, that's actually the only two that I took in like high school that they separated by name. Um, shit, I could work in the elements. Fuck, shit. Okay, I'm coming. It's done. Sorry, guys. We're no longer Ohio vloggers. We're moving to Alabama to start recording ourselves burying dead people while vlogging. That's our new thing. Boom. Thank you, Michael. Totally just gave me my new job. I know what I'm going to do with my life now. I'm going to go to Alabama. I'm going to work for you and your dad. Actually, I think it would be your dad, unless I'd work for you. I don't really care. I just need a job and I need to bury people and vlog it because that's my $1 million view. And if you go out and start your own channel and you get a billion cajillion subs and it's all because you bury people and you did that, I would highly appreciate it if you would send some people my way, maybe. Um, for at least giving you the idea of how to become famous on YouTube. Minor in biology? Dude, you must be smart. Like, that's dope as fuck. I'm a medical assistant. Dealing with dead people can be creepy. Yeah, I see. And I don't do blood. I watched a guy cut his hand off about 10 years ago now, and kind of really screwed me over on how I feel about blood and how I act around blood. So I can't really do that stuff. 200 a funeral. How many funerals you doing a day though? Like, I mean, shit, to be honest, even if you made 200 a day, I mean, that's not horrible. I mean, sure, you could be doing much better, but at the same time, I mean, I could live off of 200 a day. Um, but I'm still going to take you back to your history and biology, a minor in biology. I will say kudos to that. Obviously, you don't need my whatever that's called. Like, I mean, you're gonna be happy with what you've done in life, but I'm proud of you regardless. That's fucking fantastic. And being a medical assistant is also dope as fuck, Holly. Don't let me diminish your accomplishments either, because you're both looking at an unemployed carpenter because that's how fancy my life is. Oh, let's get depressed again. Two a day usually. Yeah, that's not bad. That's $400 a day. Shit. If we did two burials in 2 days, or wait, two burials a day for 2 days, I would get what I used to make. Aha, I see the mouse. It just ran away. Anyways, um, I would make what I made at my first job that I worked at for 8 years in a week in 2 days. If we did 4 funerals in 2 days, I would make what I would have made the same I would have made in a week of working at my first job I did work at for 8 years. I know for some reason when I said that the first time it seemed like um, it was a confusing thing I said. And guess what? Yet again, here we are, guys. It is an hour and 23 minutes and 42, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and we still have a mystery chatter. Isn't it strange? I guess I can't say chatter because they ain't fucking talking. But it's still, it really bothers me. Why is it that there's three of us talking, or three of us, two, I'm talking, and you guys are chatting, but there's somebody else watching who isn't talking. So does that mean they're just old and they don't know what they're doing, or are they being an asshole and I keep bringing it up so they just keep not talking because they're like, you pay $280 for your mortgage? Are you trying to get me to move to Alabama? Like, was this when you were like, let's talk about Alabama? I'm going to get this dude to move here because it's 68 degrees outside right now. Dad owns a company. You don't need a degree. I'm literally reading through the things you've said. Um, you don't need a degree to do it. You make $200 a funeral, and you get at least two a day. Now it seems like Alabama's my dream state. What's up? Yeah, Holly. Okay, that's it. Okay, it's gonna be me, Holly, and Michael, and we're all gonna start fucking burying people and vlogging it. We gotta vlog. I'll vlog it. You guys can just be in it, and you'll get royalties for being in it because you know your beautiful faces are worth money, just like mine is. I literally, and it's obviously I wouldn't because I don't think there's anywhere around me here that does it for guys. But I literally was like, I mean, I would become a stripper at this point. Like even strippers, I mean, I'm sure that they're not working either because you're not going to want to rub all over somebody who's going to get you sick. But I'm just meaning like strippers make. I'm guarantee there's strippers out there making more money than me right now because I'm not working, and they are, and they're working a pole and they're making good money. Plus, it'd be all sexy. I'd have my beard all oiled up, and be like, mm, except for if they were like, "Hey, we need you to go over there and dance on that guy," because then they'd be like, "Nah, I can't do that." Like I dance for girls, but like I couldn't dance for a guy. That'd be weird. Weird. Like I don't even care if a dude's like, "I'll pay you $2,000 a minute." I'd be like, actually, I probably. It would be really dirty. I could never talk to anybody about it. I would never tell a soul in my life I did it. But now that I think about it, $2,000 a minute is a lot. I'd just dance on for like an hour and then I didn't have to work for a while. Um, yeah, okay, Holly, but is that a guys dancing for guys or is that guys dancing for girls? Because I will do the guys for the girls, but I'm not looking for like a guy having to dance for a guy. Um, Benning, GA, Georgia, Georgia. I should really not sing super fucking loud because everybody in this world is asleep right now at 2 in the morning, and I'm the one outside yelling Georgia. But Phoenix City, Phoenix City, Alabama, which is funny because that makes me feel like they just copied Phoenix, Arizona. They were like, yeah, well, we're Phoenix, Alabama. Um, but is that wait, where's Georgia, Alabama? So I'm guessing if you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing from what you said, you have to be in like northeastern side of Alabama, right? Because that would be where Georgia would be. I'm trying to think of my head where a map of what a map would be. My aunt lived in Tuscaloosa, I think it was called Tusca something, Tuscaloosa, Lors. There's fucking middle of Alabama. Okay, I was wrong. Yes, and without the O, I will give you that. It definitely is a different Phoenix. It's for both, I guess. Never been. I'm not going to lie. Last time I went to a strip club, they kept asking if I was looking for a job. Heck no. Oh, well, I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do for that money, boo boo. I mean, if you've got the self respect where you don't have to do it, then obviously I would respect that. But in my time of need at this moment, I will fucking shake my booty out for some money. Actually, I think that would be really exciting. Like people were like, "Oh, what you doing with your life, right? Oh, what you doing with your life, man?" I'd be like, "Dude, I'm a stripper." I'm like, yeah, but like I said, I couldn't strip for a dude unless he's paying me $2,000 per minute. Uh, then I'll do dirty things, which let's not talk about that because that's just making me gross, thinking or like want to gag thinking about it. I am in East Alabama. She was in West. Aha. Yeah, see, I was gonna say I'm not really 100% sure where my aunt lived. I mean, I knew that's what the name of the place was that she lived, but I didn't know where that was actually located in Alabama. Like I've never, like I said, I've never actually been. I've just known of it because she lived there, which is cool. I mean, she At one point, I was actually going to move there after high school just because I was like, dude, fuck it. I'm young. I got some extra money. Let's try to figure things out, move to another state, see how it is. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I blew all that money on drugs because that's what it was like. Well, I say drugs, but realistically, it was just pot because I still call pot a drug because technically to the government, pot is a drug. But let's be honest, marijuana is not a drug. When you talk about drugs, people think you're talking like heroin, cocaine, meth, crack cocaine. Like I smoked weed, like that. That was no big deal. Um, but yeah, things have changed obviously, and so I still call it a drug because realistically, the government still considers it a drug, even though it should probably be legal in Ohio pretty soon. This was the year where they were supposed to vote for that. So kind of makes me wonder, well, how that's all going to play out, being as the virus is going on. Are they still going to vote for or we already have medical marijuana, so it'd be just marijuana. But hey, mouse, stop it, Jesus. So what it was is I had a hamburger outside the other day, eat it, and some of the cheese got onto the saran wax paper that I'd used to heat up the hamburgers in the microwave, and apparently that fucking mouse found it and tried dragging down its hole. And now I grabbed it from him, so now he can't take it. Yeah, I know pot's illegal in Alabama. My aunt, for whatever weird reason, had her neighbor try to, or her neighbor. My aunt is like a green thumb, she like has gardens and stuff, and so her neighbor came up to her and was like, "Hey, can you grow these for me?" And so she started them and she took pictures of them and posted them on her Facebook and was like, "Oh, trying to help my neighbor out." And me and my family had to comment on her shit and be like, "Take these down now." She straight up had like round pots, not like pot itself, but round pots with marijuana plants growing out of them because she was starting them for her neighbor. And we were like, "You dummy, you can't post that online in the state where that is illegal because that's like proof right there. You got it in your possession." She didn't get in trouble or anything, but I'm just meaning like that's how naive that she was to think that she could do that, and two, that's why I still obviously know that it's illegal because it wasn't like she was like, "Oh well, it's legal, so it doesn't matter." I mean, it was like supposed to be hush hush, and she was just sharing with the world. Fortunately, not that many people follow my aunt. I'm sure she's got like 43 friends. So I think they're safe, or they were safe, but still it was interesting to see nonetheless. Uh you love working in the medical field. Well, what kind of medical work do you do exactly? Is it a like one that deals with blood and stuff, or you just like you I don't know. I really, I guess, like burying people. I'm not really sure what you do in the medical field. I mean, like, obviously, I know you do medical stuff and I know what medical stuff is, but I'm just not sure what kind of medical stuff you do. Um, uh, yeah, okay. Well, sorry. I'm trying to catch up on everything. When I did chemotherapy, they gave me pot so I could eat. This is true. Um, so apparently, okay, Michael, you need to watch your language, okay? You are a cancer survivor. Somewhere along inside of you are a cancer survivor, and I'm sure that was supposed to be a question mark somewhere in there. But regardless to that, that comment was flagged, and being held for review. And I'm hovering over hide. Okay, I might hide your comment. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna hide your comment. But watch your fucking language. You do it again, you're out of here. I'm just joking. But seriously, don't do it. Guys, I'm running out of energy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here talking to you guys for at least an hour. I mean, I've been on the stream for an hour and 34 minutes, but I've been talking to both of you for at least an hour. And I'm not saying that either of you are boring or that I'm not having fun because I actually am quite enjoying learning about your guys' lives. This is interesting stuff to me. But I am running out of energy. Like I'm tired. My insomnia is finally starting to allow me to understand that like I'm tired and that I should probably go to bed soon. So I'm not sure how much more time I'm gonna get with you guys, but what we're gonna do a couple things before I leave for sure. Like number one, we're gonna yell at our third party member who still has yet to say a fucking word to us in chat. Don't like you. Stop watching this video. If you can't say hi or at least anything, then don't be here. I'm just joking. That's fine. You can be there and not talk, but that's not nice. You should say hi. Rude. Secondly, let's get another promotion of Mountain Dew. Everybody drink Mountain Dew, buy it, sell it. Don't sell it because they'll probably get mad at you for that. Mountain Dew, tell them Matt Freeman sent you your way. They have no idea who I am. And if enough people do it, maybe eventually somebody will know me. And then they'll pay me money. And then I'll just have to sit on a stream for hours on end every night just to tell people drink Mountain Dew and get paid for it. Because that's how life works. Excuse me, I burped out loud on camera. Oh, unattractive. Now you understand why my ex-girlfriend broke up with me, because I did stuff like that, like burped out loud on camera. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to smoke one more cigarette. Oh, wait a minute. Hmm. Ooh, rough. Okay, if I see now, you gotta understand how cigarette life works. Okay, I smoke cigarettes. Yes, it's a dirty habit, and I wouldn't condone anybody doing it if you don't do it. Um, or if you're just starting, I would probably quit before you get sucked into it like I am. I smoke Marlboros, which is the best company ever made, but unfortunately, because of that, they are the most expensive. And if you do smoke cigarettes and you don't smoke Marlboros, I was totally just being sarcastically like funny-ish mean, because I smoke Marlboros, but doesn't mean that they really are the best. You could smoke whatever and that's fine. But I've got 5 cigarettes left. Only 5. And it's 2 in the morning. And the nearest gas station to me is like 4 miles away, which yes is not that far, but I don't want to leave at 2 in the morning just to go drive and get a pack of cigarettes that's 4 miles away. So I want to try to make it as far as I can into the morning. So we have to plan it. Okay. So you guys are gonna be here with me on my planning so you can understand how it is to be a cigarette smoker if you aren't a cigarette smoker. So here we are, guys. Okay, we got 5 cigarettes. Okay, you see these? Five five chances of getting cancer right here. And so this is how we plan this out. But this doesn't mean this is how this works, but it's just um yes, I could do one an hour. This is true. I will give you that. But this is how I plan these out. Okay, ready? So say we do one now, and when I finish this one, I stop streaming. Okay, so that's that one. So now we have 4 cigarettes left. Okay, so say I stop streaming, but I decide to stay outside a little bit longer before I go inside completely for the night to go to bed. So I'm gonna smoke another one then. That leaves me 3 cigarettes left. Okay, so now I'm gonna sleep all night. Obviously, I'm not gonna be smoking while I'm sleeping. Um, Then I wake up in the morning. First thing I'm gonna want to do in the morning is smoke a cigarette. So there's the third cigarette smoked, and now we're down to 2 cigarettes. I'm gonna have to feed my dog and make sure she goes out to go to the bathroom. Play with her a little bit, depending on what the weather is going to be like tomorrow morning. So sometime while I'm out during that, I will be smoking my fourth cigarette, and then I will have to go to the drive-through to get more, in which I will smoke the fifth cigarette on the way. And my friends, we didn't have to do any other figuring out. That's exactly what we're going to do, because I just told myself how I have to do it, and now we're going to do it that way. I can smoke up to 2 cigarettes now tonight before I go inside. I don't even have to. I could only smoke this one and go inside, and then I'll be ahead of the game even more. But you got to plan these things out, because if you don't, then you scare yourself as a smoker that you're going to run out. But if you plan it out, you just tell yourself, like, dude, you know how you smoke, you know how often you can smoke. This is what you got to do, and if you do it this way, you'll have enough until you can get to the. And then it makes sense. It's like, well, okay, never mind. Here we go, good to go. Smoke the cigarette. Stop trying to get me to date my stalker. I appreciate your kindness of trying to hook me up. It's very nice of you, but no, I'm good. She's a little bit too out of the crazy league for me. I've I've dated some pretty crazy fucking bitches in my day, and I'm not using the word bitch as a discriminatory word against women. I'm using it to discriminately describe the women that I know. The crazy ones that I know and I end up with, yeah, yeah, they're all bitches usually. But um, yeah, yeah. See, yeah, smoking is addicting, but you are correct. I do like my life, even though realistically, cigarettes could also end that. I wonder if the chances of cigarettes or her are higher of ending my life. I'd probably say her because cigarettes, realistically, you could smoke a cigarette your entire or cigarettes your entire life and technically never die because of them. Um, but I'm pretty sure if I ever dated her, she would kill me. Like, and not like she would kill me while I was her boyfriend. It probably would inevitably not work out because I'm not attracted to her, and nor do I see her of that nature. And I literally feel like she'd be like, "Hey, before you leave, do you think you could go in the back field and help me?" And she'd gun me down and bury me, and no one would ever find me. And only you two will have the knowledge of where I'm at. So if I disappear again, let people know my stalker killed me finally. I'm just joking because I probably would. Um, I probably would end up that way, and then people would think I was joking, and then this Ohio man killed by stalker because she couldn't give him unlimited cigarettes anymore, so he left her. Actually, she doesn't. I saw her at the store that I normally see her at, but I haven't seen her there for a long time. So I'm honestly wondering if she only works like once every couple weeks or so. Because there's a lot of them that work there and they're all women. Not to say that that's anything like, again, discriminatory. Like I'm trying to be like, why is all women? I just, it just happens to be a bunch of women that work in the same place. Um, but yeah, so I don't know if, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know anymore, guys. What am I going to do with my life? Smoking cigarettes and that's another thing, you know. I mean, like cigarettes are expensive. I started smoking cigarettes. It cost me $5.45, and now they're $7.30, and that's a big jump. And I told myself a lot that I'd never pay six, I'd never pay seven, I'd never pay more than seven. Here I am at $7.30, and I'm just like, it's disheartening to go up and buy 2 packs of cigarettes when I go to the drive-through, like I always do, and it's like $15, and it's like that's $15 every 2 days on 2 packs of cigarettes. Which realistically, I have smoked the same amount of cigarettes now for the last 10 years. Like I smoke half a pack of, or it's I smoke 24 cigarettes in 24 hours, but it's usually like half a pack first day and half pack the second day. But sometimes I'm a little bit heavier with my smoking. So you are literally trying to get me to move, aren't you? This is your plan the whole time. You're lying to me. You're like trying to act like, oh, I'm just letting you know what Alabama's like, but you're just like you're like, oh well, it's 527. Like, look, you could move to Alabama, or I could move to Alabama and pay less for cigarettes than I started paying for cigarettes. It's an odd concept, really. And I could be burying people while vlogging it. Don't fucking tease my heart like this, man. You're really starting to make me upset. I'm gonna buy a fucking plane ticket. I have no idea who you are besides the fact that your name is your name. So I'm sure I could look you up, but that would be kind of creepy. If I showed up and was like, "Hey, man, it's Matt. You remember me?" And you'd probably kill me and bury me in a grave somewhere, and then no one would see me ever again. We wouldn't have any more late night videos, and I wouldn't be able to be sponsored by Mountain Dew. Everybody drink Mountain Dew. Mm. I'd also just like to be sponsored by Mountain Dew because I feel like they'd give me free Mountain Dew, and I drink a lot of Mountain Dew, so that would be cool. I've never had a Marlboro Smooth, but being as you smoke a Marlboro in general, I will allow it. That's fine with me. Philip Morris Company, the main Philip Morris Company, smoke the same brand as me. I mean, just seems like a match. You know, they might be smooths. I might smoke regs, but when you drink, which is even funnier that you say that because I actually know a lot of people who smoke Marlboro Smooths when they drink. So that's actually funny. Yeah, I started when I was 15 because all my friends did it, and I will totally admit that I was thinking, like everybody says, to not do, and I thought I was cool if I did it because all my friends did it, and then it would make sense to think that if you think they're cool, that you would then think yourself is cool if you do it. And I did it, and excuse me, and all those people aren't friends with me anymore, and I've been smoking for 15 years, so here we are. Hey, don't feel like an oddball because you don't smoke. Trust me, it is a nasty, gross habit. You're fucking lucky. Oh, dude, we don't have to smoke in the cemetery. That's fine. I can honestly, realistically, when I do remodeling work, I don't smoke. Like I am addicted, and yes, I do think about them like all the time. But I'll go until lunchtime, which sometimes can be 4 to 6 hours sometimes without one. And then I'll go jump in my truck and drive around somebody's block so I can go enjoy a cigarette or something. But, like I can actually go longer than most people without them. But realistically, I'm still addicted enough where, like, my buddy's fiance, she can literally just like wake up in the morning and go to work and work all day, and then the moment she gets home from work, she's like a freight train. She smokes until she goes to bed. And that's the same thing every day. And that blows my mind. Like, I could not go all day, especially without my morning cigarette. So it proves that I'm obviously way more addicted to it than she is, that she can go that far or that long without it. Yeah, see, but see, I could totally understand that because when you're drunk, you you make I'm not gonna say everybody makes bad decisions because I am one of those people that it doesn't matter how drunk I get, whether I'm blackout or not, I make responsible decisions. But if I'm drunk, I'm gonna want to smoke 20 packs of cigarettes. That's guaranteed, regardless to if I've quit or not. But yeah, so I could totally understand that when you drink, you smoke, and if you aren't drinking, then you aren't smoking. Because, like I said, like I could understand that drinking and everything goes, but that's what bothers me when girls use the whole "I'm sorry, I was drunk, I didn't know what I was doing." Because it's like, maybe some people out there get that way, but literally, I've never like all my friends will always tell me, even if I don't remember what happened that night, that I was the responsible one, that I was the one taking care of everybody else, and that made sure that nobody else made dumbass decisions because I'm smart. Even when I'm fucked up, my brain realizes we probably shouldn't jump off the house, guys. This probably seems like somebody's going to get hurt kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, you drink a lot. Um, how much is a lot? I drink Hennessy because that's my drink of choice. It's expensive. Not that that has anything to do with why it's my drink of my choice, but it just happens to be very expensive alcohol. And I mix it with Coke, so I drink Hennessy's and Coke, which are kind of like rum and Cokes, but not at the same time. I think it tastes like a floral bouquet in my mouth, which is kind of weird, but it actually is quite delicious. And yeah, I probably drink a bottle of Hennessy every 4 days or 5 days, which I mean, makes me sound like an alcoholic. But I mean, sometimes I go like I've had a bottle of Hennessy sitting in my freezer now for about a month or two that I haven't drank all of yet. So I mean, it's not to say that I always drink, but sometimes I get in these patches where I drink heavy for a couple weeks. Um, Wait, sorry, I'm going back to chat because you said third person. No, no, they are not. They are not going to say hi. Um, Whoa, okay. Now you guys are melting my brain in chat. Okay, here we are. So, Mike says, is the third person gonna say hey? And no, they aren't. Thank you for segueing me back to our asshole friend. I'm going to call you a friend, even though you shouldn't be called friend, because what kind of friend watches somebody for 2 hours and doesn't say hello, not even once? That just is rude, disrespectful. Let's bury them in Alabama. And then Holly says, passed out on a hotel balcony. I don't remember what happened or where I parked. I don't know if I've been that bad, but that does sound actually quite enjoyable to me. I kind of like mystery, so if I woke up and I was fucked up and I wanted to know where I parked, it would be like a journey. Jack and Coke, which is very similar to Hennessy and Coke, besides the fact of that Jack is a whiskey and Hennessy is not. I actually, if I got up and walked 5 feet forward, I have a bottle of Jack in my garage that a girl brought over one time, took one shot of it and left the entire bottle at my house and was just like, you can have it. And I was like, okay, not going to turn down a whole bottle of Jack. Um, and then Michael comes back with I'd like Budweiser and vodka mixed, which, okay, Budweiser is my beer, okay? Like, I will drink beer only if it's Budweiser. I'm very picky when it comes to my alcohol. It will only be what I like. If somebody's like, do you want a beer? Well, sure. Do you got a Budweiser? No. Then I don't want a beer. That's how easy that works. If it ain't Budweiser, I ain't drinking it. And that's literally like every beer. I've never drank and well, I mean, I drank things before I drank Budweiser, but those were my beers. And then once I got to Budweiser and realized how amazing it was, I was like, I'll never drink another beer again. And I literally haven't. I've only had Budweiser for the last like how many years? 8 years since I've been, yeah, I'm 29. I'm 21. Obviously, I drank before I was 21, but it wasn't until I could actually legally buy it that I really started drinking Budweisers all the time. But the thought of Budweiser and vodka, I have never. Yes. Okay, then we are the same. I'm moving to Alabama. That was it. You agree? You're he says me also, no Budweiser, no drunk. And that just means that I now officially have to live in Alabama because I want to be I want to bury people and I want to work on burial vaults and I want to vlog doing it and I want to not have to pay a lot of money to live somewhere and I still want to make decent money and I will have to try this Budweiser and vodka because I've never in my life ever heard of anybody ever saying that. And even though it does sound gross to me, I want to try it because I have this weird feeling it's going to be amazing. Is there a specific brand of vodka that you would prefer to put in your Budweiser, or is it any vodka? Because obviously there are different brands, and you can get flavored vodkas. So I will put that out there. Oh, I will definitely make a funny vlog for dead people. I mean, of course. Come on now. Come on now. What would you guys how I mean, look at me. Look how goofy I am. You think I'd make a vlog and it wouldn't be funny? Disrespectful, Holly. You say that again and you're getting the fuck out of here. I'm joking. You all have to go anyways because it's been an hour and 55 minutes. I finished my cigarette, and the rule that I said was after I finished the cigarette, I would go. But I will give you guys an extra 5 minutes of my beautiful face. So this video is about 2 hours long. So anything else that you want to say in chat or to me, or I guess it would be in chat to me unless you're talking to each other. Regardless, good night. Well, good night to you too, Holly. I'm very appreciative of both of you, very much so. I will probably stream tomorrow at some point. Not gonna be late at night like today. I just happened to say, fuck it, it's late. I'm not tired. Let's just record some shit. But if you guys obviously are ever around in the other streams, I will be more than welcome. I'll be more than welcome to see you guys. No, it won't be 6 more months. I promise you, as long as my ex-girlfriend doesn't re-pop up in my life and decide to make my life like depressing again, I have no problem recording videos. I just, like I said, I try my hardest to be like not negative all the time. And like that's even when me and her were dating all the time, and I would stop making videos and she would be up my ass like why I'm not making videos, and I'd be like, yeah, but see, like it's hard to be upset in life and then put a fake smile on your face and be like, hey, look at me, I'm having fun, we're making funny videos and blah blah blah, and then like going back into being sad. Like I'm just not that type of person. So like if I'm down on the in the dumps, like it's hard for me to be happy, and I don't want to fake it. So that's why I just kind of avoid doing videos. So every time that I'm um long live the pretty store lady. Ah, yeah. Um yes, also for both of you, please stay safe through all of this. I'm sure I might talk to you guys again soon before it gets too out of, too crazy. Um Wait, who's that got? Are you talking about Michael's got a crush on Store Lady? Because, hey, man, if you want, I can hook you guys up, brother. I can have you move up here and I'll move down there. I will take over your job. You just tell your daddy that I'm now his son, which is weird, I know, but just tell him that so I can work there. And I promise you'll like me. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I don't know your dad or how he acts, but he might like me. And if he liked me, then it might work out. Then you can live up here happily ever after with um no, but see that doesn't work. I can't send her to Alabama because then how am I supposed to move to Alabama to bury dead people with you guys? It doesn't work out that way. Plus, she's got. I mean, you might have land, but I was just mean she's got land up. She got real estate in Ohio, and it's expensive to live in Ohio. So maybe you want to move up here. The Vault Princess. She'll be a Vault Princess, aka a lot lizard. Which, if you don't know what a lot lizard is, that's a hooker and for in the semi truck driver's world. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So, anyways, guys, here we are. We're down to the last minute and 10 seconds. I feel bad for leaving you guys because I've really quite enjoyed our conversations throughout this evening. But if I don't get off of here now, I literally will probably talk to you guys forever. And so to end up this last minute, I will say, please to anybody, regardless to my two best friends watching the video as of right now, if you are watching this on YouTube or something, stay safe, stay inside, try not to be around people as much as possible, just because the faster that we stop the spread of all this bullshit, the faster we can go back to living a normal life and actually getting paid to do things. Last shout out to Mountain Dew. Everybody buy Mountain Dew. Make sure to mention Matt Freeman sent you to Mountain Dew too, because that way I get sponsored and I won't have to work and I can just make videos about Mountain Dew and live happily ever after. And last but not least, fuck you to the fucking person who never talked to us this entire time. Disrespectful. I hate you. I'm glad you watched me for 2 hours and never said a goddamn fucking word. And if I find out in the long run it's my ex-girlfriend, I will fly to her state. I won't name it, but she does not live in Ohio. I will fly to her state and I will punch her in her fucking baby maker. Gross. Mean. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Have a good night. I love you. Thank you for watching and staying with me and keeping me informed about your cool life in Alabama and your cool medical assistant life in Ohio. Wait a minute. Are you guys still here? Holly and Michael, right now, you tell me if you're still here. Because if one of you left, that means I finally made the person leave. Or the person left. There's only 2 people in this room. I'm leaving. This is the end of the video, but now I'm excited. So that means I went, okay, Holly's here. If Michael left, then that person's still watching. But if he is still here, that means I flicked them off, I yelled at them, and they left, which makes me feel a little bad. But at the same time, would quite excite me, because that means that I might have actually got under her skin, or it could have actually been her. And I would laugh because I flicked her off. I said a bunch of mean things about her and stuff. All right, I gotta end this. I can't keep going on. I'm assuming it was Michael because he's not commenting, and I feel like he would have jumped on the comment pretty quickly if he was still here. All right, guys, I'm going. I swear. Now I'm just letting it count down, letting it 15 seconds. We're going. Michael doesn't say anything in 15 seconds. We gotta go. I love you. Oh, I burped again. How rude of me. Mountain Dew's not gonna sponsor me if I keep burping like that. Disrespectful. All right, guys. Bye. And apparently, after you hit the end stream button, it says, "Are you sure you want to end the stream?" And I didn't know that. So now it just makes me look like an idiot that I paused like it was going to end, and now it's not even ending because now it's got to wait for me to then say, "Yes, I want you to end." Michael must have left. The other person's still watching. I hate them still. Goodbye.